But I mean, good bounce off the daily range low, and now we found a little bit of support at the halfway point, and maybe we can find a rally. We've got some lower highs, lower lows, but nothing huge. I mean, it's are we back into summer trading already? We get all this super hot in the background, whatever that is.
Got a hot mic back there. Who's got that?
Yeah, very hot. It's like it's ready. It's ready to scream wherever that microphone is.
I gotta get your thoughts on supply and demand. Is supply and demand irrelevant, Travis B? Come on, that counts for something.
I don't use supply and demand, no.
No
I
opinion.
mean, the concepts.
He's trying to bait you.
Yeah, the concepts. I guess, can loosely relate to supply and demand. But like I'll show you how I found this level here.
Yeah, removing vertices. How do you multiple time frames, ranges, removing vertices? Let's see you remove a vertice here if you can kind of share
So
the example.
this was the current vertice at 802.50. Um, it hit close enough. Like these things don't have to hit exactly. Things are going to be
Right,
front run because there's billionaires that know this level and they're going to buy it.
right.
Things get front run a little
Uh-huh.
bit. It doesn't have to be exact. It's more like a living, breathing organism that can kind of adapt in front of you. So like this was the vertice. Now that it's hit, this vertice is removed from the graph, right? Now on the other side, now that this is hit, you know that it's going to attack a relevant vertice on the other side. The relevant vertice on the other side was this 5 minute here. Let me mark it correctly at 9:39, right? And some of these aren't going to hit exact there because this is what you would call a short, like a level to move you down. So like I said, meta's very much up with NQ.
Hmm.
So we don't really take these levels. So this is where that day started right here. I had seen that the vertice was gone on the bottom, and this was my level for polarity on the top. I watched it move up above it, and I went ahead and bought it on the backside. It went up, like 40 points, and then decided that, it wants to come back down and try to hold it. So I get out right there because I don't trust short levels. I'll try to take them from a back test long, but this one decided to bust through and try to hold it on the backside. I tried to take that long. So I get stopped out break even there because I'm not interested. If it starts messing with it again, it probably means it's actually going to execute anyways. So after that executed, there was only one spot where it could have held, uh, and that was based off of um, this being the range that tested the vertice. It goes up and breaks the new range, and then you have the spot that we essentially call polarity, which decided that this was going to move up. It retests polarity and it goes from there. So that's why I bought this level right here, was because it was a retest of polarity. Polarity signifying that it's going to keep moving up. This is a level that signifies it's going to keep moving up. Now, if it had
Huh.
tested this level and gone up and actually held the top side of this range, didn't break above it, top side of this range, then you would know it's actually going to target this level down here, this 818, 820, which is actually similar to what I'm going for right now. That's what you call the front side of a range, which a front side of a range is actually indicative of things breaking down unless it holds long enough to break the trend. The trend being what
Yeah.
the actual price action trend of the market that brought it down to that level. So it actually has to hold over time. Whereas these polarity levels, you often see strong reactions like this, and the market will continue to move up, right? And you could have gotten a rebuy right on this level as well. This would have been the rebuy. If you missed that one, you could have just taken it here as well. So I mean that's I know like it's hard to explain because you have to understand this is literally thousands of hours of
Right.
um,
I love it.
understanding even the basic terms that I'm using and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Are
It's like a
there,
little
is there another?
proprietary.
Are there other ways to say these terms that you're using? There's got to be. Uh,
Maybe, I mean, it's a level. It's a
okay.
level, and that level signifies that it's going up. That's probably the best I could do.
Thank you. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes. All right. There's some people may call it demand, right? Demand zone. Perhaps
Hmm.
price gets a
yeah,
little
sure.
cheap. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Travis, you got to work with me. I'm just trying to simplify things so I can understand because this is very, very interesting. Just new ways to approach this market. So, when was the last time you took a short trade? When's the last time you entered into a short?
I actually, uh,
What'd you do in
I
April? If you didn't take
did
a short,
I did
what'd you do in
have
April?
I was gonna take this level here, but it hit like the minute the market opened, and I was a little late to it.
Okay.
Because like I wait until 9:30 happens, and then I press the button to put the order on. And this
Okay.
literally happened like the market opened and hit it, and it was gone.
Mm.
So
Oof.
you know, there's nothing I can do about those.
No, I feel you.
Any of your bandmates trade?
That's the one I would have taken. No, they don't know.
They don't even know.
This is amazing.
Oh, they know I trade.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this like a secret you're keeping from your band or something? I was like, that's crazy.
No, no, they know I trade. They know I don't have a job, and
this is your job. I don't know. People say this is all right. We're grinding higher here in Nasdaq, now above 23,000. Oops, I spoke too soon. We were taking a peek above 23,000 even. We got high today, 23,089, 089 half. ES grinding higher. Pretty much we're retracing that, and most of that sell off from the headlines again earlier. Trump looking to oust Powell soon, but then Powell came back. I'm sorry, Trump came back in the Oval Office and said, no, not likely. A lot of conflicting messages talking on both sides of their mouth. We're going to keep an eye on the headlines here on Top Step TV, but right now we are grinding higher. No headlines hitting the wire last few minutes or so. Take a look at some of the other markets. Crude grinding higher here, $66.19. Gold absolutely shot out of a cannon on those headlines. I'm talking about 50, 60 bucks. Topped out at 33.85. Now off about 30 bucks or so, trading 33.57. Push this thing higher. Travis B. So the only long you'll take down is around 821. And so you'll just, hey, if that price doesn't come, you will not chase, Travis.
Yeah, I don't care.
Just sitting. Love it.
Don't care.
How did you get into trading? You're a musician, went to music school. How did trading catch your eye?
Well, back in 2018 and 2019, I was like full-time, like gigging. I played with several bands. I probably played like 80 or 90 shows a year.
Exhausting.
That was my entire life, and I taught drum lessons on top of that. So music was my entire life, but then COVID happened. Everything went away. I had to get a job at a restaurant, and needless to say, I hated it. So I started to kind of explore trading because I had made a little bit of money in the crypto market because I was like buying and holding from like 2018 and 2019. So there was that big boom after that. And I made a decent amount of money off of that. And I was like, oh, wow, you can make a lot of money doing this. So then I started trying to trade and stuff. And, I lost most of that money, of course. And then I said, oh, maybe I should probably teach myself and educate myself a little bit about this before I do this anymore. So that's when I found the courses, and that's when I met my mentor. And what happened with that is he actually needed music for a project he was working on, because he's working on like an educational software that kind of gamifies this knowledge and tries to teach it to people in like a fun way.
Cool.
So he wanted me to make the music for that. So we kind of did a trade where he, mentored me and I made music for him. And that's kind of how it all started.
Man, I got to ask you, how'd you find Top Step? How'd you find Top Step then?
I tried a different prop firm and it was terrible. And this happened to be the second one I tried.
And?
Because
not terrible
here, right?
Yeah, no, great. Honestly, like the number one thing I care about is don't close my account if I trade near a news event, because I'm not looking at the news. I don't care about the news.
But Travis, the market cares about the news closes. Though. The market cares about the news.
The market does. The people trading the market, but I don't.
Gotcha.
And I know. Like I said, this is just all in my opinion. I don't want to, make it sound like, I'm right, you're wrong. Don't take it that way. There's many ways to skin a cat.
Risk department, Top Step risk department cares about the news and in terms of controlling risk, right? And I totally get it. But for risk purposes and managing that, got to care about the news because you do see volatility come in. But for trading, I do get it.
Right. But the thing is that the news doesn't change my targets. It speeds up the market, but it doesn't change what I think the targets are. And my targets are usually good enough that even if it does blow straight through, it's not going to blow through fast enough for me to not hit my stop loss.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stop in place. You got to stop in place right now.
Yeah, I always have a stop loss.
Yeah.
I mean, believe me, I'm human, and I'm 100%, going to be wrong a bunch of the time. So I always have a stop loss. Yeah. Always a stop loss, and it's always pretty tight. I don't, go past, 30 or 40 points, and it depends on the number of contracts. Because I'm perfectly fine with busting out on the negative 3,000 on the day, because when my levels hit, it's usually much more than that. So
Yeah.
I don't
Maths.
really, yeah. So yes, you're right. And like, to go off of something that someone said in the chart, fundamentals drive the markets and all that. I disagree, and I'm sorry, but I disagree. Like, I believe that the data drives the markets, and the news gets released afterwards. That's just like in my community, we were talking about during election time that it was obvious Trump was going to win because of the way that the markets were setting up for a long. If you get good enough at stuff, it kind of seems more like you're reading the future rather than the market reacting to the news that's coming out. Again, all in my opinion, but this is just how I do it.
I mean, it's clearly it works. Clearly,
Yeah,
you're 66 on the big board. Like, I'm not going to argue with the results. Like, that's pointless.
Oh no,
yeah,
absolutely.
and I just started on Top Step, or this account that's now live now. Just started probably beginning of June, so it's working, and it's working quickly.
So far, so good.
How many
man.
days a week do you have no trades on because you didn't get filled? How often does that happen?
Sometimes not. It's not that there's a lot of days where my main target doesn't get filled, but I'll usually like try to get some other scalps in there, whether or not I should.
Okay.
I usually get at least a trade a day. Like today, I got that little scalp just because like I knew my target was Gonzo, so I'll try to make something. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because it's not the main data driven.
Yeah.
Of the.
So do you have like a secondary strategy you use for scalps, or are you just like shooting from the hip?
No, I'm not shooting from the hip. It's the same exact strategy. It's just fractal, right? It's the smaller piece inside the larger piece. I'm going for the larger piece because that's what makes a lot of money. But there's smaller pieces that are constantly developing every single minute.
Okay.
All right, a little bit of selling here, but a little 62.79. Travis B in the house, number 66 on the big board. Do you look at the big board at all? Did you know that you're 66 on the big board?
I don't know what that is, to be honest.
Yes.
All right, good. That means I love it, man. You are absolutely locked in. I absolutely love it. Let's watch these prices, see if we can keep grinding lower here. We got a little bit more selling coming in here in the Nasdaq. Let's see if gold wants to pop here. Nasdaq down about 30 points right here, right now, trading 22,971. ES following suit as well, so trading 62.74. As we come into, we got the top of the hour in 14 minutes. 14 minutes. We got lunchbox trading coming up after this. We also have a top quiz at 1 p.m. Central, but we do have some selling coming in here. Here's your 960s, Dolby time.
Yes, they're there. Long candles into it, though. But that is the midpoint. 22,960 is the middle of the daily range. You don't care about the middle of the daily range, do you, Travis?
What are you referring to? Like,
yep,
the middle of
it's just the 50% of the daily range. Yeah, so we're like in the middle.
Like, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think like people with millions and billions of dollars are sitting there and saying, "Oh, this is the middle of the day range"?
No,
not billionaires.
No, that's for retail.
Some
we're retail.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering because like these are the things I think about. It's like,
for sure.
Do you think the top traders in the world are sitting there looking at, a moving average or like, oh, this price is the low of the day? Like, these are the things I think about. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense for them to be sitting there that rich, that smart, thinking about these kind of things.
I mean, it depends on like where like their time range. Obviously, if you have a bunch of money, you're looking for probably larger time frame levels, like the 4-hour daily. I agree with you on that there was a lot more value to trading larger levels.
Right.
Oh, I love it. I totally agree. We're locals, right? We're retail traders, and the big banks, the Goldmans, you saw they put $4 billion in Q1 or as
Mhm.
Q2, I should say. Yes, the big banks, no, the big traders, the funds, no, they're not looking at those levels. But to that
No.
point, Travis, they create the waves, right? They create the waves, and we have to surf those waves. And we're trying to dink and dunk our way into. I mean, yeah, the hedge funds, they move these markets, and it's on us, the locals or retail, to get on board with those moves. But I got to ask you, do you think Goldman's looking at that terminology you were saying? I mean, and Citadel. I don't know.
Probably
Also,
not the same terminology, but I
sure.
think they have people that understand the math behind these charts like I do. I
Hmm.
To me, because
Yeah.
I'm constantly finding bottoms of the market. I'm literally to the dollar constantly finding tops and bottoms. So how could they not be looking at least something similar? Now, I'm not perfect on every type of move. There's different pieces that I haven't fully put together yet. But I'm like, especially in like a bull market like this where it's just going up, I can find almost every single bottom.
Every single bottom.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, how did April go then? If you can find every single bottom, I'm not being a smart ass. I want to know, because April, it was just look out below. How did that go? Because there was no bottom in sight, really, and it was a slow
When was
grind
April?
too. When was April? It was like 3 months ago. So
April.
we
Oh,
kept
thank you.
going.
Thank you.
We kept going lower and lower, and it wasn't the VIX never got above 30, right?
Oh yeah, no,
So it was a
I can tell
slow
you the
grind.
level.
Okay.
It was yeah, it just had a magnet on this range the entire time. It had to retest this before it went up.
It's
That's
almost the
the
midpoint of
biggest
that
fractal
range.
piece. That's the
Well, I'm
biggest
not
fractal piece that you
okay.
get. Now this isn't the exact level. This is just something close that I marked. The exact level probably would have been something right around here. You can see it happened. Um, and it was developed off of this, which is of course developed off of this, right? So, but as soon as it broke this high here, it doesn't matter when it's going to happen. It's eventually going to come back to this range. It has to.
I thought you said it does matter because time is part of your strategy. So if it doesn't matter when,
Because
bear
this
with
is
me.
it's such a large factor. I mean, you're looking at 2021 to 2023. You're looking at a 2-year range.
Yeah,
Okay, if it takes 2 years to test it, that's
sure.
pretty valid. You know,
Okay.
it's not like, I'm not sitting there with a stopwatch and this level has to hit exactly when. Time frame more refers to the actual time frame, like what time frame these levels exist on.
Love it, man. I love it, man.
But
This is super interesting. We've never had someone on like you before. And you're gonna come back, won't you? You gotta
sure,
come
yeah,
back.
if you want me to, yeah.
Would you be interested in the reversal challenge? No, I'm kidding. There's no way you're gonna. You have no time for the reversal challenge. I'm messing with you because we're pushing higher here, Travis. 23,000
Oh yeah, let's go.
019s are now grinding. So your only long entry would be 22,821. Correct? That's the only place you would get long. You're gonna watch this movement, all this price action, and
If it breaks above here, I'll readjust to whatever makes sense in here.
okay. Cool. Love
Who's
this
your
stuff.
favorite
A couple
drummer?
more.
Larno Lewis from Snarky Puppy.
Nice, huge fan. Do you play drums like you trade?
Probably not as well statistically. Like traders, I
What do you-
probably outperform at
Got you,
least
Goldie.
90% of traders, I would imagine. But
Yeah,
drummers, I
That was
probably outperform 70%, 80%. I'm pretty good. Don't get me
based
wrong, I'm
on
pretty
what?
good.
Based on what? Outperform in terms of what? I know nothing about drumming, but what is?
Like
I
probably
mean, have you been to a
technical
local
chops, like
show?
how fast you
Yeah.
can play certain things and polyrhythms and all these things, like how
You stay
technically
on
good you are.
time.
Yeah, no, I my pocket's locked in. Don't worry. I got that. Like I have great time, but
No doubt.
like as far
No
as
doubt.
like, doing crazy stuff, I'm probably like 70% range. I'm nothing crazy.
Do you have any drum
You know?
solos on YouTube?
Where else are you gonna get this?
Um
Live
Maybe
performance?
yes. Actually, yeah. I do.
I'm looking it up.
It's not a video. We had a live album. There's a
Oh,
song called Echo Says on the live album, and that does have a drum solo by me on it. But it's like a 12-minute song or something. Like it's probably like 6 or 7 minutes in.
I got time.
Dude.
Is it on
Yeah.
Spotify?
Yeah, it's on Spotify. Yeah. It's called
Oh, yeah.
Live at Garefest by Broctopus. And if anyone
This is
wants to
amazing.
look at my band, this is it right here.
Oh, look at that.
Octopus,
A
yeah.
shameless
Oh, yeah.
plug. A shameless plug to squeeze
I
in
did my
there
research,
on.
Greg.
Yeah, dude, a shameless plug here
Shameless
on
plug.
Rising Star. I love it. I got you to smile, Travis. I knew I could get you to smile here. We're pushing higher, 23,031. We got 50, 60 points for a high of day. We got Lunchbox Trading coming up next. That was amazing, Travis. You definitely got to come on back with us. We got JD, Coach Hoop, Coach Vince. Travis, can I ask you for a favor? Can you ask the
what's up?
traders and viewers to please click like and please click subscribe?
Ladies and gentlemen, please click like and please click subscribe.
Nice.
That was awesome. Dolby time. I love
That
it,
was
man.
fun.
Great. Yeah, it was. Markets are pushing higher here. We do have Beige Book a little bit later. We got this developing story where Trump is trying to oust Chairman Powell. Then he backtracked and said, maybe not, maybe so. I'm not sure. Markets are moving here. Travis, be in the house. Dolby time. I'll see you later on today. Top Step TV, Lunchbox Trading coming up next. That was amazing. Let's go.
Welcome back, friends and traders. It's time for lunchbox trading. Hope you had a minute to get yourself a ham sandwich, glass of warm milk, ice cold Pepsi or a Coke on a hot day. Certainly is that here in Chicago. We got Coach Vince in the middle. We got Coach Hoop, the other bookend over there. Good afternoon, fellas. How are we doing in these markets? Things are wild. Everything's moving. Are you up? Are you down? Are you sideways? Sitting on your hands? Doing nothing?
Vinny?
Blown out any
first,
accounts
I'm
today.
agitated.
Who wants to start?
Vinny. He's muted.
Nope. And that's a Finsky for the Vincent. All right, Hoop, we'll start with you.
All right.
Being in the markets, we were riffing for just a minute in the green room, and you seem to be a little frustrated with the way things are going today. What happened in the markets today? What are you looking at? What were you trading earlier?
Yes. looked like we were range bound. But it's every time you think that the tweet or the tape bomb or whatever is a little bit out of the radar, and then today it was, just bomb after bomb after bomb in two different directions, and you start to realize that size down, widen out. That still, as soon as we start to think that's gone, it rears its head like a day like today. So I got bit. So it is what it is. The one thing I look at more than anything, JD, is that when days like these, when this crap is flying all around, is that it is not my personal money at risk, because in combines and XFAs, I just, once again, coming from a world for 10 years of when it was my own capital on a regular basis at risk, and this stuff would happen, it would, it would put me into a pretty, and put me into a pretty good tilt. Let's just put it that way. So that's why I've always loved the prop space, because I'm not saying I've never not treated it as my money, but it's also not going to change my paying bills and all those type of things. Like we've had those conversations this week.
Yeah. When it happens, it doesn't hit quite so hard. I get that for sure. And the fact that these things just seem to be totally random now. Who was expecting Trump to come out and say he's firing Powell today? Sure, there's been some warning signs of it this couple weeks, but you never know when these tape bombs are going to get in the market or come across the wire and affect the markets like they did in a situation like today. It was absolutely wild. All right, we got Vince back. Vince, tell us your story about today. You had an entire package of short 20 different markets.
Yeah, I was short the world, man.
Down on it?
You short the world.
I was short the world. No, I was short ES, I was short Dow, and I was short gold all at the same time. And it was hanging, and then all of a sudden, whatever came out, it spiked the market up just enough. It just went for my stop a little bit, and then the markets sold off with a vengeance and went to the target. And instead of being up a couple grand, I ended up being down probably about 400 or 500. And then I caught a long in the ES of 52s at 62.52. But the first trades I had full size contracts. So because I took a beating on those three, I sized down to micros because of the volatility. And I prematurely covered that. And I mean, look where we're at now. We're at 95s. So I should have held those
95s.
But
95s.
it is what it is. Markets are nuts right now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. You really got to be careful. You got to protect your downside. That's your number one job now. Protect your downside when you're in the market. That's the only thing you really have any control over. Count for slippage, because it's probably going to happen when these tape bombs blast through everything. Man, the movement today.
How about the slippage in the gold market? How do you think that looked? I mean, you watch gold a lot, JD. How bad do you think slippage was on that move? Had to be brutal.
I haven't seen a move like this in gold. I can't even tell you when the last time was.
Yeah.
I mean, at 9:54, put in a low 33.49.30. By 10:30, we had put in a high of 33.85.70. I mean, a $50 move. When do you see $50 move in gold? That's
yeah.
And then it all came right back into balance again.
Especially in an NY session. Sometimes in Asia that stuff will happen, but typically the New York is fairly rangy and whatever. And I always say too, when everything, it always seems there's some catalyst when everything looks the greatest. all of a sudden, when the market breaks, all of a sudden they're like, well, why wasn't I looking for it? But now we
Right.
recome and we're back, like you said, in balance and near the highs. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
Like it never happened, right?
Yep, all good.
exactly. V bottom recovery.
Actually,
Yep.
what are you looking at there, Vince? Or that's Hoops chart.
Yeah, no, I mean we're
That's
gunning for the
all
highs. We're gunning for the intraday high right now.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the ES.
We're gunning
Look
for
back
it.
at the
I
S&P.
mean, we're above the base of the late spike. You know, I can see us getting up here to 63.08. You know, it is crazy.
296.75, yesterday's value area low. So we're about to start trading back inside of value. We got yesterday's volume point of control at 63.05.75. We're starting to see some acceptance back in the value from yesterday. Switch back over to the live account. Oh, we got a 500 lot offered at 62.96 in the orders. 550, 575 offered there.
Another 300 up at even.
The best market to trade today was crude after the number came out.
Another fader. Fade
Down
the number.
direction, you know. I mean, crude's been going straight up since.
I think that 500 lot pulled at 96 orders. Anybody see it?
Yeah.
I didn't see a trade.
I think it got pulled.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
Just keep air horning cattle, guys.
Chris says it filled.
Whoa.
Oh, did it get filled?
It traded? Okay. That's a couple people saying it traded. Looked like it pulled to me. I don't have time and sales up. But new all-time highs in cattle, huh, Hoop? What's going on there?
Yep.
Tell us
Keeps
everything.
going. Yep. Yeah, it's just, once again, it's not a fundamental thing that gets fixed overnight. So it's buy the dip, and it's in rollover. We were talking about that, JD. Yeah, it's just up and to the right in that market. Every pretty decent sized dip is bought up. And right now, feels maybe a little bit toppy here, but every time I freaking say that, the market comes back. So, and once again, when you start going through mornings like today, come on, Vince, JD, don't you get a little shell shocked a little bit too? Like,
You're like, it definitely shakes you up.
What happened?
Yeah, I mean,
what happened?
And it happens so fast, right? It's like a blur.
And then
By
you
the time
drop,
you're done, it's
you
like,
drop
you don't
everything.
even realize what just happened.
And then you stop doing everything, and you try and figure out what the hell just happened. And
exactly,
it's tough to get refocused back on the markets again.
Yeah. It is. But it truly is.
Boy.
But that is the game.
Yeah, it sure
Grains
is.
bounced too, JD. Beans bounced.
Grains bounced?
Yeah.
Towards the lower end of that 15-year range.
Yeah, there's that freaking, that good old 200-day respected moving average in the ags and the grains. I think that's the other thing, JD, from trading them for so long, is that I'm not saying things like VWAP and that don't get respected in there, but it is an old school market. And it just tends to respect levels differently. And typically, unless there's a report, it's not going to get tweet bombed. It's not going to get, they're not going to go fire the head of the agricultural, and all of a sudden the shit's going to hit the fan. Maybe that's why I enjoy trading them a little bit more. So,
yeah. I know I shared this chart yesterday. I'm going to show you guys one more time. I'm going to switch over to
that long one on the grains.
Yeah, my trading view chart. Look at this range going back to 2008. All right. It's giving you the answers, folks. This is what it's like trading grains. You buy the low, you sell the high.
Nice.
And then you try not to get chopped up in the middle. That's
In the
it.
middle.
There's ranges inside the ranges inside the ranges here, you know? But this market has done nothing but go sideways for the last 100 years. For 100
Wow.
years, all you had to do was buy the low and sell the high of the range.
Yep.
That's it.
No diddling in the middle.
Nice.
But that's why those grain markets are so excellent too, you know? It's just a matter of not getting yourself chopped up in the noise.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What are we listening to?
What's that? Hello?
Whoops.
I don't know.
News leak. Oh no. Oh no. Get out of everything. Flatten all. Flatten all.
Phone's ringing, dude. Anyway, well, we've got a clip of Mr. Trump talking about Mr. Powell. Why don't we cue that up real quick? This came out just a little while ago.
His board is not doing the job because they should try and rein this guy in. So he's doing a lousy job, but no, I'm not talking about that. Fortunately, we get to make a change in the next, 8 months or so. And we'll pick somebody that's good and we'll pick somebody. I just want a fair job.
Fair job. You elected him.
He's gonna let it.
You elected him.
He's gonna let his term play out. That's what it sounds like. So
Oh,
all that noise that we heard earlier this morning was just noise to shake up the markets a little bit. And now here
You
we
guys
are.
think about a short up here in the ES?
So Anne
Digging?
Marie said she just
Vince?
covered along.
What do you guys think?
What are you thinking of doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe trying to take a short.
Thinking
Limit
about
the
taking a
risk.
short.
We can limit the risk. I mean,
It's cheap. That's the only thing I see right now.
yeah. The problem is, we're above the base of the late spike, which is concerning to me. But
Yeah.
open range high, dead ass high is still intact, right?
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah, we take a cheap
That could
trade
be your
here.
risk
I don't
point.
know. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna
We are
sell
right at
to
yesterday's.
500
Right at
baht,
yesterday's,
62.96 and a half.
I'm gonna work to sell
Yesterday's value
to
area low.
micro ES at 96.
Another
We're gonna sell
550 offered at 62.96
Yep.
half. 550 on the offer.
96. We're selling two. All right, hold on. I gotta put my other accounts up here to do what I gotta do. Bear with me a second, guys. So I'm working to sell two MES 96.
Offer is in. Two micro S&Ps, 62.96, 62.95 quarter last trade. I got a feeling you're going to get these, Vince.
All right, let's see what happens here. I mean, I don't love it because of where we are with the spike base, but we're gonna try to play it.
And Marie, yeah, I see him. The 500 lot guy is back in the market. 500 lot guy is back in there pulling offers.
Frickin' Houdini.
Yeah, we're short.
Houdini pulling orders. Yep.
We are
Coach Vince is short a pair of micro. 62.96 is the entry price for Coach Vince. What's your CYA on this? How tight you keeping the stop?
6303 JD. Not much, because if we break out, I see us getting up there to 6308s. So yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah,
we're just gonna give it a shot.
Just
and
above.
We're gonna test the water. We're gonna test the water here.
Just above the overnight high. 1 point above the overnight high. Overnight high 6302.
6303.
A couple offers stacked up above, just underneath the high. 6,300, which was a nice line in the sand yesterday. I'm going to pull up a 15-minute chart in the ES right now. 6,300. He bounced
know.
around that big fat round number for quite a few hours yesterday, jockeying for position. Didn't actually sell off until end of day. It spiked down.
And
That's
you
what
know
Vince
what
was
Well, if
talking
this
happened
about.
works,
last?
I'll have great trade location, right? So we'll find out.
This
Vince,
is
you
what
mentioned
happened
the
last night in Asia.
what's that? What's that hoop?
I popped on Aaron Trades was trading last night and I couldn't sleep. So I watched this level from yesterday. This is ES on a 30-minute. We came down here and I said, here it is. You know, once I'm sorry, but I hate using liquidity grab because I'm just going to call it a freaking stop run. But that's the term of the new generation. So I'll go with it. And we swiped down here in the overnight, down right here, you know, at that 60 area, and then all day we bounce, and it's a great. And once again, you know, somebody was saying earlier, London's
Mike in the
getting
back.
all the good action, and then you know we came up to that even area, rolled over, and then the shit hit the fan. But they're just cleaner and less noise seems to still be, to me, happening a little bit in the overnight, guys. That's just what I'm seeing right now.
I know if Jack were here, he would
I think
agree with
everybody's
you.
tired
He
of
wants
getting
to put on
chopped up.
Mhm.
he wants to put on those overnight trades real bad. Every night he's watching it, and he wants to be on here trading it. I think. We have
Well,
to get him on
and
slow
remember,
here.
JD, last year in the carry trade, it was the reverse. The overnight was just wicked with all the moves, and it's flipped. It's kind of flipped now. So, same with gold and all
Yeah.
that too. So, I don't know. There's something to it right now. It's a pattern, and I think you've heard Coach Jay say it. You know, recognizing patterns. You know, if they fit your strategy, it just tends to maybe be a better time, you know, a cleaner time to trade than getting a little bit chopped up in this mess. But
I think people are trading in the after hours because of the way that it's been during the day. You know, these
100%, yeah.
I'm sleeping at night. So,
We hope.
yeah, you hope,
Maybe
right?
we're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
We should be sleeping
Yeah.
all day and trading all night. Let's change it up.
Yeah.
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 Oh, Goose
Gotta move
Collectibles
his
in the
offers,
chat. I
right?
think got a guy in the chat that's reading my notes. I got a question for you, Coach Vince. You mentioned the base of the late spike. What is the base of the late spike? Can you show us on your charts what it is you're looking at?
Yeah,
and what it is you're talking
absolutely.
about when you
Yep.
say that?
All right, so let's go to a 30-minute chart, and I'm going to take off the overnight here and use regular trading hours only. All right, and then we'll see where we were yesterday. So yesterday, this is the 3:30 or 2:30 central bar, okay, into the close. Now, the low of day was here at around 62.91 quarter at the time. And we took it out in the last half an hour and we closed near the lows of the session, which makes this here the base of the late
Order
spike.
filled.
Now, when you open the next day, if you're below the base of the late spike, you look for shorts. If you're above, you look for longs. But we're chopping around it right now. And that's why I don't really like this short, because we are above it, which would say, hey, you know, I'm probably going to be looking for longs. But what I'm doing right
Order
now
filled.
is we still have the open range as the dead ass high. So I'm short playing up against the excess at the high of the day, hoping that we'll get a rotation back down here. But, you know, that nuance could be a strong one. But today you can see we traded both sides. And, you know, so I'm kind of discounted a little bit on this short. But, you know, we'll see what happens, right? We're paying for some information right now.
So is it fair
Hopefully
to say
that
that in a down spike, in a down late spike, is it fair to say that the base of the late spike is the low of the last 30-minute bar of regular trading hours? That sound right?
Well, it's where it takes out the low of the day in the last 30 minutes and closes below it.
Okay.
That's how I would,
So
I guess, call it, right? Because this bar here, this is the 330 bar, right? That closed. Let me see.
oh, okay.
So this 330 bar took out the low of the day, and then we closed the market down here. So that's the spike right here.
Okay. So then the base is where you took out the previous low in the last half hour.
Yep.
Got it.
and then we closed near the lows of the day. Now, if we traded down here and we closed way up here, JD, it wouldn't be a spike. All right, you have to close below it.
Okay, that makes sense. Hope that clears everything up.
Yeah, hopefully that helps.
Goose wants to know, so you don't have a late spike every day, only when new highs or new lows. That sounds correct. Is that right, Coach Vince?
Yeah,
Don't get one every day.
not every day. No.
Good questions. Good questions coming in, guys. Keep them coming. Coach Vince still short from 62.96, a pair of micro ES. Let me refresh my live real quick. Check in on the tilt. We've got 55% short in the ES, 57% short NQ, 67% long crude, and 59% long gold. We are about 5 minutes from gold settlement. 5 minutes and 20 seconds till settlement price is established in gold.
Hoop, do you watch Delta? Does anybody have the Delta reading in the ES right now, or is JD, have it?
Did not turn my on my other platform. No, I did not.
No, I do not have it. Hogue, if you're listening, can we get a Delta update, please?
Yeah, Hogue, if you have that, that would be good information.
Man, with this much movement today, I really wonder if Delta has much of a heartbeat to it in terms of all the price movement today.
Man, I'm kind of curious to know what it looks like now also.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, crude.
Yeah, I mean, because if the shorts are getting squeezed right now, I'm going to get blown out of this position, so I would have liked to see it already make a move.
Nice one directional move in crude oil after 9:30.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right after the number came out, it found direction.
Made the number.
What do we have? A drawdown of like 3.5, right? 3.5 million barrels drawdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last week we had an increase of 7 million barrels. We rallied. This week, we have a draw of almost 4 million barrels, and we rally. Doesn't really make any sense. And the numbers were way off from the API estimates yesterday. API estimates yesterday that came out.
It's like 19 million or something.
A 19 million barrel increase.
Really?
In crude inventories.
Yeah.
The 23 million
used
barrel
to mean
swing.
Something.
Who's putting these numbers together?
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Was it Jack that compared it to the guy at the movie theater with the clicker? Every person that walks in with a barrel of oil, he clicks the button.
Right. Just
and then and then he falls asleep for an hour and just wakes up and starts clicking the button to try and make up for everything he missed.
How many did I miss?
Oh man,
about 1.5 million.
That's
incredible.
Funny.
Yeah, someone fell asleep at the switch, putting those numbers together. No doubt about that.
Yeah. I mean, is trading really about the fundamentals anymore, or is it just computer age?
Don't say that, Vince. Don't say that. You're gonna make me completely spend 98% of my time on damn technicals, aren't you? Yeah, you're right, though, Vince. It's become.
I'm just saying,
it's
becoming crazy. I know. Before you had puddling in the spring, and the crop seeds would wash away. You get a spike in the price of corn or wheat or whatever, soybeans. There was reasons behind the moves. I mean, some of these moves are just, I don't know where they come from.
Well, and that's why I think, as coaches, Vince, and I've heard, I've listened in on yours, and we do not have the ability to dictate where the market's taking us. And,
Correct.
You have to go with what it's telling us, whether we believe that we've all been there. We believe in a number. It should be bearish. Why is the market not going down? And it goes the other way. We can go fight it. Like, we use the solvency issue, right? So, and I think, that's the psyche part of our trading. That's why I love when Jerome's on. I mean,
he's great, isn't he?
Yeah, and we talk about the simplest thing in trading is breathing, and it sounds stupid, but it's the truth. how you breathe.
You mean you don't hold your breath when you trade? Who?
No. I exhale a shitload. I bet you that more often than not. But yeah, I mean, it's just simple stuff like that. When we get in the moment, the dopamine's flying, tweets are coming out and whatever. And that's when you have to just slow down, take a deep breath. It's the simplest thing. That's why, no offense, but I reprinted up my trading checklist this morning.
Hey, look at that.
Because, I've shared it in Discord. I've been a little sloppy lately. Got a lot on the plate. And when I get sloppy, my trading gets sloppy. So I'm going back to the basics. How about that?
Is that the Top Step daily checklist?
Checklist? That's the new one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There you go. Coach Hoop's doing it, folks. Get in there.
Yep.
I think we could share that link. Someone in the back has a link. Throw it back in the chat right now. Get that for everybody. Coach Hope talks about it every single morning now in the opening call. He goes over the checklist. Did you follow your plan before getting into the markets today? You have a routine. What is that routine? What are you tracking in the markets? Have you plotted your points on your charts? You even looked at a chart before you sit down and start trading. Oh, and there's Gabe in the background. We got a Gabe.
Hey, Gabe.
Somebody's cognito. That's all I know.
Hey, Cam, we got some rogue audio coming through the back. There it goes. Thank you.
Thought somebody was yelling at me about
know,
my trading today.
If you didn't know, those are
Darth
Gabe's instructions for entering the green room for a Top Step TV guest. If you didn't know, that was funny.
Now they do.
All right.
Yep.
Last trade in the ES 62.93. Coach Vince still short.
Was coming through.
Pair. What's that?
I thought Darth Vader was coming through. And I heard Gabe on there. Like, what's going on?
Gabe speaks slow
Vince.
and enunciates when he's recording video. All right, guys, we checked in on the markets. We got a little housekeeping to do. I'm going to share stats for you. We didn't get through these in fast markets this morning just because the markets were rocking and rolling. But I got some payouts and P&Ls to share. Let's start with those live funded P&Ls. Here they are. Ding, ding, ding. At the top, we've got an anonymous squirrel and an anonymous hamster. Two people that don't want their information shared on Top Step TV.
Order
filled. Everything except for their name. Anonymous A made 20,485 trading the Nasdaq, and Anonymous B 14,772 also trading the Nasdaq. Deshaun, Stephanie, and Romeo all trading the Nasdaq also. 13,961 for Deshaun, 11,686 for Stephanie, and Romeo rounds out the top five. $11,505 in total profits. Real Pro Ball traders pulling real money out of the real live markets. All right, we've got some payout numbers. These guys. Good day for payouts too. Steven J 18,000. Thomas R 13,000. Joshua 10,225. Yakub 10,000 and
Nice.
Rugel 10,000 also. Rugel's on the big board in the top 20 at the moment. No big board today. We're working on the big board, guys. There's some big changes for the big board.
They're all buying drinks today.
They should be. That's a great way to get through hump day. Nice.
We're gonna need it after this morning, right?
Your account, yeah, right. There are your live funded payouts. I got some hot streaks too. We're gonna go over those in a few minutes. I mixed it up with the hot streaks today too, guys. Normally, show the XFA hot streaks. Today, I'm gonna show a live funded account hot streaks.
Nice.
That works. They're not quite as long as those XFA hot streaks are. Impressive nonetheless.
Yeah, Hoag's not around, huh? I wish I'm trying to get this delta reading. I don't have my chart for it.
Yeah, I don't have the delta either.
Yeah. All right.
Granted, though, it's on the roadmap for Top Step X, being worked on.
All right.
Oh, we were talking a minute ago. None of that stuff went out on air. It was just through VDO.
It was just for us.
So we looked like it was just for us. Nobody else in YouTube land could hear it. We must have looked pretty funny.
You're like, what are you guys hearing?
Thanks for letting that one slide, chat. Appreciate it. One more check in on the tilt. Not much movement. 58% short. ES 62% short. NQ 65% long crude and 55% long gold. Gold is officially settled for the day. Cal Gibbertson has Delta plus 5,300. Is that Nasdaq or ES? Billy has ES Delta peaked at 5,900, now at 3,950 and falling.
Is it day session delta, or that makes a difference?
We'll get those answers.
Let me see if I can find it. I might be able to find it here.
Your
Let's
trade's
see.
starting to look good. Coach Vince still hanging on to a short in the ES from 62.96, 62.92 last trade.
I think I have found delta here. I think we're positive 28.66. I'm looking somewhere else right now for it. I think
Yeah, so it's not a squeeze. It's congruent.
28.86. I mean, this delta's not short, but I mean, at 9:30. Let's see, 8:30.
Order filled.
I don't know. Oh wait, no.
Brad
that's
Sims
not
with the
session.
ultimate question. What to eat for lunch during
wait.
lunchbox trading?
We know what JD picks. Yeah, I'm on
Go ahead and
right.
show it.
Wait a minute. I think we do have a delta
Posted.
divergence here. If this is
Delta
correct,
divergence.
we're minus 12,000.
What are you looking at, Vince? What platform?
I'm trying to find this cumulative delta on a different platform, and I think I found it. I think we're minus 12,000 delta. Hopefully,
That's just
Hoga
regular trading
comes
hours?
back.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's session delta, which that
Just
means
taking
there's
a
a
breather.
lot of shorts in there.
It could be squeezy.
Oh boy,
Once Hook is back, we will
Yeah.
get those delta numbers. Let him take his break, though.
It's early.
From up.
Hoop, what are you looking at right now?
Yeah,
You
we
see
still
any
got time.
opportunity?
I'm working on my breathing. No, just I'm
Get the
Order
break.
filled.
Yeah, breathe.
I just stopped breathing.
When you saw the delta number.
I'm holding my breath.
Yeah.
Trade with a mirror in front of you. When you start turning purple,
Exactly.
Don't
Make
take a
sure
step
you are
back.
breathing, right, JD? Yeah. I can't trade. I'm just right now. I'm not going to trade the equities anymore today. I'm just. I just think we could go. Yeah, it would be one I would stay away from the rest of the day. So might look for something in crude potentially. I haven't really poked around there. These rallies tend to be a little hollow. So I might look for a short in there. We always talk about
Order
that
filled. Order filled.
45 minutes before the quote New York close where there could be a counter. It's kind of pulling back a little bit right now. And man, the one that's really thrown me a curveball after today, and I've been trading it a lot, and we talked about it earlier, is gold. I mean, it just traded both sides of the fence. It held that, Hogue called it, and I said it last night too, that 33.25 area, and we bounced right off it, then we rejected. I mean, the range is just massive today, which is going to make
I'm sure.
probably pretty decent for an Asian market trade. I'm going to tell you that right now is what I think, because now you just opened both sides of the market for the overnight.
But man, that
All right.
market really went flat.
Order filled.
Just like you said, ran both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blew out the
I
sell
just got to
stop, blew
short
out
the
the buy stops.
MNQ as well.
All right. Coach Vince putting together another basket of trades here. Short ES, short NQ. What else you want to sell?
That's it. Hopefully,
Cattle.
that's it.
Sell it all.
Sell it all. Just sell
Yeah.
it. Dump it. That's
full
it's
port,
the,
right? Or what is it called?
it's
Full port.
Full
Gordon
port.
Gecko line. Dump it. Dump it all.
Dump it.
3 minutes
hear
to
it.
the close,
Really
Gordon.
good.
As your broker, I advise you.
Order
One of my
filled.
favorite
Order
lines,
filled.
man. Dump it. Dump it all.
All right. So we're short at 1 MNQ, small position, short from 23.035 quarter. Now let's see what happens here.
Look at that NQ. We just bounced us off a settlement in the NQ. 23.057 settlement price. Found some rejection there. I don't hate these trades, Vince. You're on the right side of the ES.
Neither do I. No.
What was your entry price in the NQ again, Vince?
23.030.
$23.039.040 last trade in the NQ. $62.94 last trade in the ES. What's up, Poop?
Somebody asked in chat today when we do levels, and since Vince is on here and he trades it too, I know we all do a lot of them, but what's your feeling on the Dow? I mean, it's a pretty rangy market. I don't think doing levels in there would be super difficult, but Vince, you probably
Vince puts together Vince does
put some Dow
I put
numbers
Dow
in there,
numbers
Vince?
on there.
Dow levels every
You
day.
do?
Yeah, I put
Okay.
the Dow on there.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody asked about that, and I'm like, I don't look at the Dow a lot, so maybe that's why I didn't notice it. But so whoever asked that this morning, yes, I figured Vince probably did because he talks about the Dow more than any. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't place any Dow trades today, though, yet.
What's your take on it today?
On the Dow?
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. Hold on.
Goldman Sachs is the big one in there, right? They're the one that reported today too.
Yeah, look at this Dow, man. What a
Mm-hmm.
rip, huh?
Yep.
I mean,
Short that. No, I'm just kidding.
nah,
Turn it up.
I'm not
Russell
sure
up
in the
there,
Dow, but
Sell it all.
I mean, sell the Russell too. Let's
yeah, get the
sell
Russell. Yeah.
We're gonna go short America today,
Yep.
just for the day though. Yeah, the Dow, where
Indifferent.
the profile looks different. Right? ES on the Nasdaq on the right. I sold it at pretty much a value high. Look where value high is in the Dow. So I'm on the sidelines on the Dow.
Yeah, I see why. 100%. Yeah.
I sold pretty much close to the value high in the ES, even though there's more X's at the low. But we're gonna give this a shot. Come on, traders, hit the like button. Click
Liam
like,
Rex in the
subscribe.
chat says, this is a great one. Liam in the chat says, shorting the Dow is a hedge against your ES and NQ shorts. So if you short everything, perfectly hedged in equities.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. For every like,
so
it'll tick
great.
down one for me. Come on.
Last trade in the Dow, 44,357. Looking at the daily chart, we got our weekly kickoff levels in there. 45,090 weekly kickoff high, 43,660 weekly kickoff low. Daily levels pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead and bookmark that page. It's not going anywhere. Get your daily levels every morning, right around 6:30 a.m. Central Time. That's when your Top Step X platform will update also. Always refresh first thing in the morning. If you keep the platform open all night and you want the new levels, just go ahead and refresh the platform. Coming back up to your entry price in the ES, Vince. You still like this trade? Short from 62.96, 62.94 last trade in the ES. How you feeling about it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't love it. That's for sure. We are below the base of the late spike and below the spike low in the Nasdaq. I like the Nasdaq one actually a little bit better because of the location. You know, if we could stay below 23,050s, I kind of like the Nasdaq trade. The ES is kind of like, you know, we're above the base of the spike, so I'm not in love with it. And we just kind of put in some weak structure near 62.95. So you know, not in love with it, JD, but we're gonna let it roll.
Hanging in there. I got that 9 EMA right here at 62.93 also. 62.93 last trade. We're sitting right on top. 9 bar EMA.
Come on, guys.
Look at those volume bars.
Where's Trump when you need him? You know, like, come on.
Roger in the chat says, why are we shorting the Dow? I feel like I'm always beating up an old man for my lunch money.
Oh, man.
Some chocolate milk money.
Hey, man, you know, traded the Dow a lot back in the day, so.
Oh, God, now the poly market's got a whole
Order filled. Order filled.
Paul. Let's have to ask Jack about that in the morning to see what the odds are on the poly markets of Jerome getting canned. Crazy.
Oh, man.
One more piece of housekeeping to go through, guys. If you're interested, I've got some funded trader hot streaks.
Where are we at with those?
Yeah, let's
Mixed
do
it
it
up a little today. I went with just live accounts.
Order filled.
Normally we do XFAs because the numbers are so
Long.
big, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
56,
Order filled.
75, 100-day hot streaks, you know. Here are our live funded trader hot streaks. Some of these guys have only been in these accounts for about 20 days. But Rejoignez up at the top, 13 days on a streak worth
Order filled.
$875. James D
Very
on a
nice.
6-day streak worth $2,332. Ian on a 5-day heater worth $2,190. Alexander 5 days also $7,385, and Shane W on a 4-day ripper $4,391. Those are all live traders.
Very nice.
Working on
Good job.
decent heaters in the live markets, pulling real money out of the real live markets. Live funded trader hot streaks. I'll keep mixing that up too.
JD.
We'll go back and forth between live and XFAs. What's up, Poop?
Do we ever share, once again, I'm going off the cuff here a little bit, but how long people typically stay in a live account? I've had a lot of people ask me that. And
Sure.
I know Michael talked about it yesterday. Like, I think he had a trader that was in there 71 days in a live account.
Yeah.
Do we
I remember that.
share that ever?
The trader. We don't share it. We have those numbers in order to process the data, though.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay.
Analytics team and see if they can figure it out for us. Just the average. You want just like the average amount of time spent.
Well, it's just, you know, I think as coaches, and I think Vince, you probably attest to this going through, you know, seasons of VIP, is that, you know, we've talked about, and
Order
a
filled.
guy like Alfie talked about the other day, how people pass the combine in 2 days, and we're like, dude, don't do that, because it's not going to create always the best habits to an XFA. But what we never really talk about is the big, you know, matzo ball in the room is when you go to live, right? So I think, you know, that puts another, I mean, you hear traders talk about it when they go to that next step from XFA to live. Like, how much pressure, or how does that change the way you look at it? So the ability to stay in that account, like you hear Dakota talk about it, he's been in that thing live for over a year. The other guy who doesn't Ray hold like the longest streak ever? I mean, he's a coach that's had it for I forget how long. So
I think he said 5 years.
Coach Ray had one of the very first live funded accounts.
Right. Yeah.
I know that's not. I'm exaggerating, of course, but he has been in his live account for many years now. Probably the longest tenured at Top Step. Not obviously not the first live account ever.
Right.
You know,
I
I think,
history,
in
but
my opinion, if traders would
Order filled.
size down, I think there'd be a much longer longevity of those accounts. You know, everybody wants to get paid, right? So I think everybody takes not everybody, but most traders probably take a little bit more risk than we should be biting off to try to get those profits quickly, right? Everybody wants to make $1 million tomorrow, so
Yep.
or today.
yeah,
I think that's the biggest killer is the leverage, right?
Right. 100%.
I mean, I've done
Yeah.
it. You know, I've done it.
Yeah.
You
So
want to
have I.
make money.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You want to make money, but you got to be able to sustain the account. You know.
$50
Well,
to
and that
take
was
on
the question
$2,000 worth of
yesterday.
risk. Hard to say no.
Well,
Order filled.
that
Order
was the
filled.
question yesterday that got popped up in Discord was, okay, I should get paid, and I'm not going to tell somebody not to take a payout. But then all of a sudden they trade tighter because now they've taken money out of their XFA. So,
Right.
you know, it's that balance to, okay, yes, I should pay myself, but then all of a sudden am I trading tighter because now my XFA balance is lower. And that's a great, like I said, if you do not need to, and I'm going to say not get paid, but to let that account accrue a little bit longer. So, and I use the word cush, that's just the floor. You know, we used to use that word. I like to build a cush. So if I did have a bad stretch or a bad day, I'm not going to all of a sudden trade different because I've taken a 5-7 grand hit when I was on the floor. So it's a delicate, you know, and Vince, that as coaches, we talk about it, you know, how do I not tell somebody to not pay themselves? And then the other thing is, you know, keep money in the XFA. It's not easy.
I hope I
The other
mean, you're
thing is,
100% right. I mean, and I tell traders, you want to be relaxed when you're trading, right? The more stress you put on yourself and the more anxiety you give yourself, the tougher it's going to be for you to make good decisions, you know? So like you're saying, Hoop, if you take a big payout and you leave yourself with a very small margin of risk in your account, you might not want to take that next trade. You know, like today, for instance, you know, I'm in this XFA, so I'm trying to overmanage it. You know, in my personal trading account, I'm up 400, right? Even though I'm down
Order filled.
265
Order
in the
filled.
XFA because there was a trade that I didn't want to put the size on that I went down to micros instead of having a full E-mini. My other account is up on the day. The XFA is down. And that's because I deleveraged because I'm trying to minimize my risk, right? Because I took it on the chin, you know, this morning with those three shorts. But, you know, just those types of things can affect you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't take the crude
100%.
trade.
Another thing to think about is realistic expectations too.
Order filled. Order filled.
50K XFA. What's a realistic number? And you've never taken a payout before ever. What's a realistic first payment for you? Is it $1,000, $1,500, $5,000? You know, keep these things back of your mind too when you're building your account value and you want to take that first payout. What seems realistic for you?
Yeah,
What are
so
you-
I'll
yeah.
just give people a
What are
little
your
bit of an
financial
example of how I look at it sometimes. So let's say you grow your account to 25,000, right? You have 25,000 cash balance in your account, and you have a week where you're up maybe 30,000. You know, you're up 5,000 at the end of the week. I would want to maintain, say, that minimum account balance of 25,000. Anything above it, I can pull out at the end of the week. Anything at or below it, I can't touch it. You know, and so at least you have enough buffer in your account to sustain a drawdown. But that's usually how I do it. You know, if you make X amount and you have X amount that you're comfortable with trading, and it's not going to affect the way that you're taking your trades, you know, then you could withdraw and have a minimum threshold, right? So if your account balance goes below it, you just can't get paid until you start making money again. Got to lift your high water mark up, you know, before you can pay yourself.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Coca-Cola wants 30 grand a week, no exceptions. God bless you.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Best of luck in your endeavors. We'll check in one more time on the tilt. We got about 2 minutes left here. 53% short in the ES, 61% short NQ, you 73% long crude, 63% long gold. Getting any movement? Crude.
Not really.
Getting another. We're breaking out again.
Cattle's breaking.
Another high.
Move.
Regular trading hours high in crude. Printed 66.70.
What,
we got
what's
long in the opening range.
what's
trade.
cattle at who?
223.60. 223.60. This is, we hit all-time highs today. 224.40 is the high of the day.
Okay.
And you got about 15 minutes before it closes.
All right. So I don't feel so bad for the steak I bought last week.
I took my wife
Still
out
thinking
and
about
spent
that, huh?
It's at
59
all-time
bucks.
high.
Yeah. I took the wife out for her birthday and spent 65 bucks on a 10-ounce fillet. Yeah, I hear you. Thank God it wasn't
65,
Wagyu.
yeah.
Sounds about
I
right.
was you weren't
Yeah.
here with us earlier in the week, but I went on vacation and I ate at this restaurant Prime 54 at the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach, and they came out with a board of steaks, and I picked
Sounds
the Chateaubriand.
expensive.
It was a 20-ounce steak. It was $1.50. But now, with cattle prices the way they are, I don't feel so bad for what I paid for it.
No,
So,
that's all-time highs. Yeah, it's
That's $150,
it's a
not $1, not $1.50, folks.
Yeah. It's a Benji and a half.
All right, guys. Well, we got to step aside. It's time to move on. We got a top quiz coming up next. Gabe is going to be joined by Bonnie. They're going to try and stump you, but make sure you're in there. Put your thinking caps on so you get another chance at in that VIP experience. Season 3
Order filled.
Drafting just in a couple of weeks. Then after that, we got Patrick A joining us for the first time. He's a live funded trader with a $20,000 in payouts. We were just talking about payouts. Maybe you guys in the chat can pick his brain about
Order filled.
first payouts and whatnot. He'll be joined by Gabe and Dolby Time. Then we're closing out the day in Power Hour. Andre, Coach Dakota, and the Salt Lake City Sniper Mandy F is back in the house. All right, Coach Vince, Coach Hoop, thanks for joining us for Lunchbox Trading today. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's always a pleasure with you guys.
Folks, we will take a short break, and we're going to be right back with Top Quiz in just a minute, folks. Top Step TV, let's go.
And it even. Quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. It is time for Top Quiz, and I am joined by the legendary Bonnie. Bonnie, how are you?
Good. How are you, Gabe?
I'm swell. Ready for this top quiz?
Yes, I'm ready. Hopefully, I get
All
more
right.
questions right this time.
I know. Last time, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last time was well, I think you
It
won
was
for
tough.
4. It was a tough
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
it was very tough.
We'll see. Hopefully, this one goes a little bit better. If you are hanging out with us and watching, remember the top quiz link is in the top of the chat. It's also got a QR code on the top of your screen if you want to go that route. But I'll give you guys a few more seconds to get in here, and then we will get this quiz kicked off. We do have, obviously, a new guest coming on for the next segment. We got Rising Star with Patrick A. Super excited to have him join us.
Order filled.
In a moment. But Bonnie, so it's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Anything spectacular or entertaining going on this week, or just kind of hanging out?
Pickleball. That's my
More
entire
Order
pickleball.
filled.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
We
Okay,
play
so
it every day.
you told me that you and your mom were to go last time, right? How'd that go?
Yeah. Oh, it was great. We're just trying to get better, and we're addicted.
That's good. Well, consistency is key, right? Just keep playing and you will naturally get a little bit better. So, but it
Thank
is a
you.
fun sport for sure, especially if you're not, if you want to try to find something different to do that's potentially outdoors, especially. I know you kind of do
Yeah,
both indoor and outdoor.
honestly just miss being competitive and playing sports. So I get my fix in when I go play with my mom.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and get this quiz kicked off. It is Wednesday, July 16th, 2025, and we'll see how y'all do today. Here is the top quiz of the day. Buckle up. And here is question number 1. Which animal can be seen on the Porsche logo? Is it a dragon, a horse, a snake, or a lion?
Order filled. Order filled.
It's a horse, right? Wait.
I'll give you a couple seconds before I admit what it is, but I think
Isn't
you
that a
might be on the
horse?
right track here. You
A
might
horse,
be on the right
okay.
track, yeah. It is indeed a horse.
I was
Great
gonna be
vehicle.
very embarrassed if I got that one wrong.
Why, do you drive a Porsche?
No, I just feel like
Okay.
everyone should know.
Order filled.
Well, you got that one right, and so did a good chunk of people. We got Bilbo taking this top spot so far, Asen, Tapey, Dixon, Myers, and let's get it. Let's get it indeed. Here's question number 2. What is the common name for dried plums? Is it a raisin, a date, a prune, or a fig?
Is it dates? Raisins are too small.
That's a good point. Raisins would probably not be the right answer.
I think dates. Maybe.
Order filled.
All right. It is indeed a prune. It is a prune. But there are a handful of people that were with you on looking for dates. But that is question number 2. Let's see your top 5 so far. We got Name Nick taking the top spot, so shaking up a little bit.
Order filled.
Llama. I'm not even going to say the rest of that. Time for top quiz. Where's Eddie? And let's get it. Still holding down the top 5th spot. By the way, Eddie is home recovering and doing well. He's in good spirits, and he's been taken great care of by his wife, Michelle. So a shout out to Eddie. If you're watching, we love you. Top quiz is not the same, but we're holding it down for you. Here is question number 3. We have, what is the name of the French luxury fashion house known for its monogrammed handbags and luggage? Is it Gucci, Prada, Saint Laurent, or Louis Vuitton?
It's Louis Vuitton, right? I don't really have designer stuff, so I'm not sure.
Either.
I think Louis Vuitton.
Don't get fooled by the image, though. There's a handful of brands on the image, but it is indeed Louis Vuitton. All right, doing what, 2 for 3 so far? Not too bad.
Yay, not too bad.
Better than last
50%.
week. Yeah. Here's the top 5 so far. We got Llama, Where's Eddie? Time for top quiz, Tiki, and cold soup. All right, and here's your final question of the day. What exchange does cattle futures trade on? Is it the CME, the NYMEX, the ICE, or CBOT? Had to throw one trading question in there for you.
Is it Chicago?
That's honestly, for the fact that you don't trade, that's a great guess. It is indeed the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Shout out to Coach Hoop, holding it down for us in the cattle market. But there's your top quiz for the day. A good handful of people actually said the Chicago Board of Trade, but it is the CME. All right, here's your top 5 for today's top quiz. Holding down the number 3 spot, we got Austin W. Came out of nowhere. We got Where's Eddie, number 2, and your top contender.
Order filled. Order filled.
Well, it's time for top quiz. Your runners up, number 4 and 5, are Z Gomez. Man, fan favorite Z Gomez, and Wine Guy as well, another popular contender. But there's your top 5. As always, remember the top 5 automatically get an extra entry into the next season of the Top Step VIP.
Order filled.
Coming up very soon. I know everybody is eagerly anticipating the await of the start to the next season. Final touches being put on that. And then we're also going to be drawing 20 names and releasing them in Power Hour for those that got 3 or more questions correct. So thank you, Bonnie, though, for hanging out. You did well today. 3 for 4. That's much better than last week.
Yes.
I tried to mix it up on the questions and keep pushing some variety. But in the meantime,
Yeah, I like the questions.
Yeah, they were good, right?
They're very good.
Sure. Good. Excellent. All right. Well, have a great rest of your week. And folks, stick around. We have a great segment coming up. We have Patrick A joining us for the very first time. He's a live funded trader here at Top Step with about 20K in payouts. He'll be joined by myself and Dolby Time. Be chatting it up with him, seeing how he trades, taking a look back at these markets, which have been ever so entertaining today. And in the meantime, we will take a brief break, but this is Top Step TV. Let's go.